And here we are. Wave.
Yay!
Oh,
Oh,
and
and
so cold.
just before we
Put the heat.
I'm
just before
putting
we
it up.
start, we've got a mince pie, there, is it? Oh,
Let's not start that
yeah,
again.
yeah.
Christmas.
Unfortunately, Kev's computer's still in
Oh,
the scrappers, so he's got a new graphics card arriving this week. So hopefully next Sunday he'll be joining us back again. But anyway, so
I think we should make him do a couple of shows on his own.
I think we should actually, yeah. It should be called Drone Seeker Kev's. Yeah, a good idea. Right, let's have a quick
Special.
let's have a quick look in the chat. So we've got Captain Kirk, Suzanne's here, Mark's here. Scroll down, come on, computer, scroll down, scroll down.
Reading drones. Arrow sniffer.
Mike Radcliffe from Hi Guys from Down Under, he says. Good day, mate. Hello, Stevie Knowles is here.
John Flint.
Who's here? Who else we got? Anyone else we got? Oh, no, we haven't got Jackie anymore anyway. Bye, Jackie. Where are you gone? I'll bring her back. Have I taken her out? Where's she gone?
She left us.
I don't know what happened there. What did you do? Was it you or me?
She doesn't love us anymore, Steve.
She vanished. She vanished. Where she went?
Now she's frozen.
Jackie.
She's frozen. Look at her.
You broke our heart, Jackie.
Oh. John Flint. I want to carry on going for his list. John Flint. Jackie, wake up. Wake up. No,
Kev must have sent him sent her his computer.
Jackie, wake up.
She wanted to fly her Avata
Don't you think she looks
through
very
my
serious?
van
doesn't she?
the other day.
You should have let her do it.
Give her a very curt, get away. Go away.
I don't
Who
know
told
what
her to go away, Terry?
Terry did. He wanted to fly them.
Oh my!
She wanted to fly her Avata through my van.
Do you know what?
What?
I'm on this 2015 laptop, yeah, and if I unplug the power cable now, it dies instantly.
Oh, because of the battery.
And I trod on it, so it pulled out.
Oh, right. Hi, Alan. How you doing? John Flynn.
Alan?
How you doing, mate? Gary's in the chat. Interesting. Aeroslapper's in the chat. Eye in the sky. He's there.
I can't read the comments from
Written from
about
above.
3 miles
Rod's
away.
in there. Scott. Where is that Canadian Gary? We'll find him. I'll
Keiko's got a new name now. Did you know?
Barkley. Who's that?
Who?
Keiko the Monkeys, Kehoe now.
Okay, I'm
Kehoe.
ready. I'm ready when you are, Steve.
What's that?
Caroline.
Sweet Caroline. Oh,
Oh,
the
oh.
time's never been so good. So good.
So good. There you go. Right. Okay. Anyway, welcome all to 1 hour of madness. 42 people watching, so 42 likes. I say that every week, did I? I don't know why Bobby. She never. I try,
42.
how about I put a reminder up? What is it? There we are.
You know what?
It's all in.
Please.
Pretty
Our-
Find me a cup of coffee and press the like button. Find me a cup of coffee. Oh, piss off.
I do you know? I actually loaded it up. And I actually press the like button before I even start showing the start. So right. So, okay. Where's my chat gone? Oh, there we are. There. Hang on. What's going on here?
Oh, yeah, yes.
Hey, Scott Jack Rabbit. Well, thanks for picking us up from Philly for the South Florida drone mate. Very kind of you. Who said that? Who said that?
107 drones.
Oh, Barkley. Interesting. Right. TMC. How you doing? Late but now present.
Yeah.
Get up. Dave Cullen.
Attention, Tom.
Dave Cullen's. I'm not even going to try and read that. I think he says,
Colin Cyrillic, yeah.
how are you?
I was just about to say to you, Vedanja do Zutra, David.
Yeah, whatever.
Vedanja do Zutra.
He booked his holiday to Turkey. He's getting all excited about that.
Oh, right. Okay. I booked my flights to Spain in September. Yeah, it's all happening.
There in October.
24th of September. I'll be there.
Yes.
I better
Maybe
look at that.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Right. Okay. I think we've done it all now. I think. Hi, Jackie and all. Stroke Tom. Yeah. Okay. Right. There we are. Right. So it remains. Oh, a special guest. Yes. Of course we've got a special guest. Why wouldn't we have a special guest?
It's
Anyone?
time.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
There's a big clue.
Hang on. He's already here. I better take him out and bring him back on again. No.
I don't hold a candle to the real Gary Foster. Not even close.
No, our guest tonight is Marcus Crawford. Hey, Marcus Crawford.
AKA Gary Foster.
AKA Gary Foster.
Right. Okay.
Confused.
Let's bring on the real Gary Foster.
Yeah.
Or the real
Don't worry,
Slim Shady.
Let's welcome this week's Drone Seekers live show special guest.
Here he is.
Hey!
I've just got to move all the screen.
Oh,
out.
real
I'm going to get a
Gary.
headache now. There we are. Just move the screen.
Welcome to In Touch with Brant Ariels on Sunday, March the 2nd. Just a reminder, please, no politics, religion, or racism. Kindness and respect are required. Remember,
Please buy me a
kindness
cup
is
of
free.
tea.
Kindness is free. Give it freely.
Yeah, I like that.
And hit the thumbs up.
Well done, Gary. That's a better intro than we had earlier. Oh, where's Jerry? Where's Marcus? Oh,
Okay, so we
We're
forgot to
busy.
send the links. You know, just
Yeah.
throw
We,
them on.
me and Jackie were very, because Jackie let herself in. I let Gary in, and we
And we
forgot to
go,
send Terry and Marcus the link.
They forgot to mention us.
That's
Now you know, Marcus.
that was purely because me and Gary were having a chat. We were talking about the price of fuel.
having a chat.
We were talking about the price of fuel in Canada and the UK. And we worked out that it's about half the price in Canada it is in the UK.
Yes, it is.
So we sorted that one out.
And
Yeah,
you
well,
don't get anybody else have any, are you, Gary?
Life's tough here.
Hey, Steve, but you have the North Sea. I mean, Canada's got the oil shale, but you've got the North Sea.
Yeah, we can't put water in your fuel tank.
Well, no, but there's
Hydrocars.
God's sake.
Can you unlink us, please?
Terry, you look like about 10 miles away. Zoom in or something.
What? Am I too far away?
Oh, that's much better. Stay there.
And I don't have my pajamas on.
Oh, thank God
Jackie.
for that. I was just looking.
Terry's
I was
sporting,
thinking of putting pajamas on.
Terry's sporting his Drone Seekers hoodie and his budgie smugglers.
Budget smugglers.
Yeah, we've seen that before as well, haven't we?
We've never forgotten that, Terry, have we?
Live from the
No.
swimming pool.
Hi, Stephen. Hi, Bernie. Is there? And did I see? Did Herman? Did you say someone Herman?
Yeah, Herman's in.
Herman.
Herman's in, yeah.
Yes.
Do you know, I was actually watching that show as well the other night. I was watching Herman's show. Anyway, Gary, welcome anyway from all the way from sunny Canada. What is it?
That's a cracking song.
Yeah, and it was and earlier on it said, what did it say, Gary?
Adnak.
Adenac.
Whereabouts are you in Canada, Gary?
I'm between Toronto and Buffalo.
Ah,
So Toronto, Ontario, Buffalo, New York. So I'm
going
an hour
to
from
Banff
Niagara
in
Falls.
October.
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah,
considered the
we're going up
GTA?
to Banff in October.
Yeah, depends on who you talk to.
So you might be GTA, you might be not. Yeah.
It's GHTA, Greater Hamilton, Toronto area.
Okay. Okay.
Caroline said that North Sea oil is no good for fuel. It's too good.
There you go.
I don't know about fuel. I know where I get the fuel from, but it comes out of a pipe when I always.
She also says she's all booked up for September, Spain.
Yep. Yep.
And she's actually the first to book. She booked it before we
She
did.
did.
So
Actually,
great.
talking, which Barclay, have you booked for Spain yet?
España.
España.
Yeah.
I don't
Gary
know.
coming? Is Gary coming to Spain? Come on, you can come to Spain, Gary.
I'll come to
Do
Spain,
that,
Gary.
couldn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
do it.
Ain't cheap.
Last weekend in September it is.
Hmm.
Cover that.
I'm arriving in Spain on the 24th of September, and I'll be leaving again on the 30th because my boss is very kindly giving me a couple of days to have off.
To recover.
To recover. But no, I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to some nice sunshine. Well, hopefully in 4 weeks' time, some sunshine. But
Where are you staying, Steve?
I'm staying in the Port of Mathron.
Oh, well, I'm going to camp down there as well in Porto Nuevo.
Yeah, I found a couple of hotels down there, and one I quite like. So yeah,
Sarah and I were planning on staying in your camper van, Terry.
You can do that, Marcus. You can do that anytime at all.
Gary, if you say on a serious note, if you want me to send you the details of the meet up in Spain,
Yeah, send it and we'll see what we can do. I don't know.
let me have a bit later on after the show. Let me have your email address, and I'll add you to the list. Yeah,
Yeah, well, you've got me. We've been back and forth when you were on my show.
yeah. I'm just I'll find it. I'll find it.
3 of the people on screen have been in touch with Brant Aerials, so I've still got to get Terry and Jackie.
You haven't had Jackie on?
No.
No.
Because we have to fill up the wall of
I
fame.
need my picture on that wall.
It'd have to be a joint thing, though, because I can't talk without Jackie.
You got to smoke a joint first?
Use my mouth,
Joint
please.
Oh, you were pretty chatty in Florida, though.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it is all right.
Oh, I was.
Yeah, too.
Yeah,
Yeah, you'll be good,
I'm
Terry.
shy.
we got some of that. We got some of that Cuban rum into you, and you opened
Oh
right up.
yes. Oh,
Secret, is it?
Mm.
that was nice.
Well,
Did you bring that, Gary?
Yes.
Gary, did you bring that Cuban rum?
Yes, I did.
Oh, that was
So you've got Cuban rum, and then Steve Jeunesse brings the
maple syrup. Yep.
Maple syrup.
Mm.
Yep.
I'll bring a potato.
I brought Cuban rum to Lawrence and Herman when we went to New York City for their meetup,
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant.
and he's been after me ever since to bring more. And well,
Tom's in as
told
well.
him he has to come up and get it. And he said,
Someone just asked.
he says, "I'll come to the border and tell him I'm meeting my brother."
Oh, so Lem's capture online is that's Tom, isn't it?
Tom,
Lem's
yeah.
yeah. Are you staying at the Hampton Inn while you're at the South? I'm booking I'm booking the Hampton Inn on Tuesday, the 2nd of April. There we are. So I'll be there from the 2nd of April until the 7th of April.
There's Linda. Hey, Linda.
Right, Linda. Where's my cup of tea?
Ah. Hope you're all well. Cheerio.
Bye, Linda.
Thank you.
You can't bean banana rum. Okay. Anyway, Gary, back to Gary.
Okay.
Gary's our guest on the show. Look, we got.
What do you want to know? Somebody asked me if I've been to
Everything.
Prince
I'll
Edward
tell you what.
Island.
Let's ask Gary a question. Be the first one. No, we've got to.
What was your first drone?
Yeah, good
My
point.
first drone.
Oh, you still got it.
It's the only one he's ever had.
Oh. What is it?
We're getting the Tuesday.
There you go.
Is that a Tello?
60. It was a $69 Sky Viper.
Never
Yeah,
heard of
Sky
it.
Viper. A lot of people there. That was their first drone. Tons of people.
Brilliant.
And my first video was it crashing on its first flight.
Oh, wow.
It went down the road and it landed in 4 feet of snow.
Brilliant.
I flew it in January, and
But
I've
still
replaced
alive.
I've replaced the motors on it and everything, and I haven't flown it much since. But
It's a trophy.
I graduated from that to the original Mavic Air,
Nice.
and then I graduated to these 3 Air 2S's.
Oh, very Very nice. So you got a box collection like me. Look.
The first one, I was in Nova Scotia and Newfoundland,
Yeah.
and flew like 30 flights over the coasts and the oceans and the rocks and the ferry trip and all that stuff. And on the last day of the trip, the drone was stolen and had the SD card with it.
You can't trust those newfies.
Those
You can never
newfies, I'll
trust
tell you.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I got home and I sold my motorcycle
Wow.
I bought another one.
to get drone number 2. And drone number 2 was wonderful for me. I was doing a charity event one day last summer, and it was a motorcycle ride, and I was covering the opening ceremonies and stuff from the air. And it was in a parking lot, and I was doing an orbit around the celebrities that were officiating, and hit a pole. Well, that was okay because it landed nice and flat, and a pickup truck ran over it.
Oh,
So I went and I got a dustpan and I swept up all the parts and put them in a baggie.
oh my God.
And I had 3 days left on Care Refresh.
Care Refresh. What do you mean now?
And DJI sent me the 3rd drone.
Oh, bless you.
And that's what I'm flying now.
Gary, we got a question from Dave Cullen. I'm not sure if it's serious or not. I'm sure it is. He says, Gary, have you ever been to PEI?
Yes, I have. We went camping there. It was wonderful. Red sand and just had a beautiful trip. We went fishing on a fishing boat, caught a whole bunch of fish that we brought back to our campsite and actually cooked them over an open fire.
Dave's wife is from Canada. That's probably why he knows me.
Ah, right. Okay. Yeah.
So I've been to every province and territory in Canada except Nunavut, and Nunavut is the newest territory. So at the point where they had been separated from Northwest Territories, I'd been to every province and territory. So it's a wonderful country. It's huge. It takes you 5 hours to fly from one coast to the other.
I've always wanted to know, obviously, because Canada is very is it more sort of like French sort of areas than.
No, just Quebec.
Quebec and Northern Ontario. My wife was educated in Northern Ontario in French, and my daughter is fluent in French as well. Although she doesn't use it anymore, she teaches in an English school. So,
Okay.
so
They're serious about French in Quebec. There's not even English subtitles. They are.
No.
It is all
No.
French. Yeah,
No.
all French all the time.
and in most of Canada, you're required to use English and French in all your labeling. So here's a chocolate bar. There's a chocolate bar that's milk chocolate au lait.
Look at that.
Oh,
The
yeah.
first one to mention food.
Don't share that
The
to
first
Jackie.
one to
It's
mention
wrong, isn't it? Just
food.
showing us chocolate. God.
Which is,
Yeah, I know.
They
Please
said,
just start
they
eating
said-
food.
do they speak Canadian French too?
What is that different to French?
Yeah. There's a little bit of difference between Parisian French and Quebecois.
Okay.
We'll use phrases like weekend and hot dog. In Parisian French, a weekend is fin de semaine, which is end of the week, and a hot dog is a chanson.
Hey, so the truth of the matter is that in France, the French language, like a lot of places, gets adulterated a little bit as things change. When they are serious about the correct way to say something or do something in French, they get a hold of the people in Quebec. That's a fact.
Okay.
That is a fact.
Caroline
Now,
said
I have to make a comment about America now, and it's not political. I'm not being political here. They have just announced that English is the official language in America. It's not American. They didn't make it American. It's English.
Can I tell you that is also not the American way? America has always been a melting pot. We've welcomed people from all over the world. It's just
Please,
disgusting.
no politics, religion, or
It's not-
racism.
So I was just saying, so I said to Gary earlier on when he told me that, I said, so from now on, it's boot, not trunk. It's bonnet, not boot. Not
And it's bang on your coffee.
Yeah.
Now, while we're talking about
Holidays,
Canada,
not vacations.
I'm going to tell you a story about hats.
Oh, yeah. Tell a story about hats. Good idea.
Back in the day, this is going back about 15 or 20 years ago, we had a prime minister named Jean Chrétien, very, very
He
French,
was French.
right? And he came to Brantford, which is the town near where I live, the city where I live. And he was wearing this big fur hat. And our mayor said to him, he says, Mayor Chrétien, what's with the fur hat? And Chrétien says, he says, I got a hat advisor. He says, my advisor tells me what hat to wear. He says, I go to the East Coast. He says, I wear the sou'wester, like the Newfoundlander, you know? He says, I go to Calgary where they have the Stampede. I wear the big Stetson, the cowboy hat. He said, then when I go way up north, he says, I wear a toque, the knit cap. I wear that. He says, I told him I was going to Brantford. He said, where the fuck's that?
Yeah,
Get it? Get it? You use some French, a little double entendre.
Terry, that'd make a good joke. Let's remember that one.
Oh, I was gonna say, can I have a holiday? Gary, you're taking over.
So next time Terry's not here, Gary's getting the job. Anyway, back to right. Okay, we've got some videos of Gary's, and so we're going to play the first one. This is Burford. So enjoy.
Punch it.
Oh, yeah.
That was lovely.
Beautiful colours there. Beautiful colours.
Yeah. I like the music. Very restful.
Kev's turned into a dash hound today because Kev's.
That's in the neighborhood of local,
Oh, I tell you.
and we take our dogs walking there. We walk the dogs there.
That looks lovely.
Absolutely beautiful. Oh, I just love. I so often quite miss that because obviously we must get trees changing different colours, but I don't ever put a drone up when I see it. So
Well, the thing is, you have to be quick in the UK, don't you? Because as soon as they turn, the weather gets windy and they're blown off.
well, yeah, that is an issue. So yeah, so but,
In my yard, I've got trees that turn red in the back, but yellow in the front. And the yellow trees don't shed their leaves until there's snow on the ground, so I can't rake. So I have to clean them up in the spring when they're all down.
the trouble is in here we get the leaves, as Jackie says, the leaves turn and then they just one gust of wind and the trees are bare, and the leaves go and sit in the along the curbsides and it just turns to slush and
Well, we don't have that, do we, Jack?
No, palm trees don't do anything. They just stay all
Palm
safe.
trees.
No, they just sway about and just mind their own business, don't they? That's sort of trees I like.
Now,
We do get nice
that was-
foliage, though.
yeah,
So
that
Nice
was from,
blossom.
Yeah, we do, don't we?
Mm.
that was from Burford, which is part of Brant County, where I live, and that's hence the name Brant Aerials. So it's after the county. So
His name's not Gary Brandt.
no,
No,
No, I thought it was.
oh, people call me Brant all the time.
Yeah, Mr. Aerials. Hello, Mr. Brand Aerials.
yeah, because I was thinking, Jackie, because I think because I looked and I thought on the thumbnail and I thought hasn't got Gary's name on it. It doesn't matter. It's Brent Aerials. Everyone knows Gary from.
Exactly.
No one knows that Gary's name's Gary. They think his name's Brent. Funny surname Aerials. Hey, was that Jamie says, "What's up, Mark? Mark, what are you doing?" Yeah, the weather in South Florida. Oh, hang on, I'm just having a.
It's an earthquake.
Oh, I'm not a bloody hell. Get up there. Oh, I mean, I've just got attacked by a laptop. Oh dear, it's the dog's fault.
Make it feel better. There we go. Nothing wrong here.
I've got
Nothing wrong here.
my cameras there. Nothing to see here. What happened there? My laptop decided to suddenly start moving all on its own. Right, I was reading Mark's comment. The weather in South Florida drone meet looks promising. The Gulf has been. Well, I'll put it up on the screen. Better read it now. Gulf has been playing the Palm Beach and yeah, beautiful weather indeed. Well, I was looking forward to because it's still March here and it's March and it's still pretty naff really.
We've got rain at the minute.
Hey, Steve, don't tell Terry, but you and I will probably go fly that Juno Pier.
Oh yeah.
Shut it. Shut it.
Oh dear, Steve, live streaming excitement. Hey, just to let you know, I mean, I don't know if anyone realises this, but in April, 26th of April, this show's been on air for 5 years.
Wow.
Yeah, just saying, just putting
Do
it
you
out.
qualify for a pension or not?
That means we're all 5 years older. Ooh.
It's frightening, really, isn't it?
Mm.
My hair turned white. I don't know what happened there.
Blonde and blue and yellow and red. And,
Well, to be,
What's
to be
this
fair,
hair you
Say
speak of?
nothing.
Marcus's hair's turned.
Terry grew a goatee, didn't he? And then it.
I'm getting a few more age spots.
Mark,
This is,
that's from rubbing on headboards.
I was far too polite to say that, Gary.
It's a really wide center part.
I've said, oh, Gary's got to come on the show more often. I'll tell you because Gary does a show. Gary, give your show a plug while you're.
Well, we're on coming back in the spring. We'll be on alternate Thursdays
Yep.
at what time is it? 6 Eastern, I think. And we go for an hour. We only have one guest per show, and we don't show their videos, but we just get to know them a little better. We introduce them to the rest of the drone community. So
Yep. Yep. I think I was on your show, I think last May, I think it was, Gary. I joined.
Yeah, I looked it up today. I think it was April 29th or so.
Oh, yeah, it could have been. Yeah, it was, I know. Obviously, after we met at the South Florida
Yeah,
Drone
it was
meet
late
last
April,
year.
yeah.
So yeah, it was good. So yeah,
So Steve is in the outro now, huh, Gary?
Yes.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah. Everybody who's been on the show gets featured in the outro.
In the outro.
there you
I've
go.
got to come on this show.
That must be one hell of a long outro.
It keeps getting longer.
No, it doesn't. What I do is like at one point they were 2 seconds long. Now they're 1.2 seconds long. So now I'm going to have to go to a second long to keep it down to about 3 or 4 minutes, But
Yeah, it is fun.
and then I'll have to cut out the Beauchart part at the end, where he's in the bathtub.
Oh yeah.
Oh, so
Hey.
no, so it says if you're bored, I'll put it on the screen because it will disappear in a minute. So it says if you're bored in the front, you're a thinker. If you're bored in the back, you're a lover. If you're bored in the front and back, you think you're a good lover. Love it.
That's a big difference.
Hey, I'll tell you, the world is full of comedians tonight, so we've got it all there.
Lawrence, I tell you, Lawrence knows what he's talking about.
Oh, we've got quite a crowd there. I see Ray Kelly's here, and droning
Yep.
with Jamie is
Right,
he's
right.
Canadian.
You don't
And,
speak to those, just says hello,
right.
Stevie Knowles.
Alex Escardo
Right.
just showed up, and Mark
Bark-
White.
Bark- Barkley says the outro is 30 minutes long now, Gary. Marcus's hair has turned translucent.
I do see more age spots up there as I get older, though.
Marcus, you can always have some hair tattooed on, couldn't you?
This is
That would hurt.
Oh, you're on!
Yeah.
I'll tell you, my daughter had a tattoo, and I don't want any discussion.
Barkley says my outro is 30 minutes long.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what they say, though? A good story has a good beginning and a good ending close together. So I'm going to have to make the intro longer and the outro longer.
Yeah, exactly.
You can just
The show will be just this long. Yeah.
What's
we'll
Gary? You
we'll
just
show the thumbnail in between, and that'll be the story.
Oh, Ray says we've got a secret guest coming to South Florida Drone Meet from the UK. I've been sworn to secrecy.
Ooh,
Ooh.
is it?
Oh, I know who it is.
From the UK. Interested.
Not me
Okay.
and you then, Terry.
It won't be me, no.
But we're in Spain, not in the UK.
We're in Spain, aren't we, Jack?
We are.
Oh, hey, and there's Herman.
I know it is. It's my wife. The dog. The dog's coming. Anyway, right. Let's watch another video. I think it's time for that, do you? I think it is.
What
Here
do
we
we
go.
got next?
Enjoy.
Yay!
That was one of the laziest flights ever. I shot that from my back deck.
Did you?
Yeah, very
Open
good.
that little door right there.
But Barkley said, "I've told you to stop flying over my farm during harvest time."
What the hell?
This was me 5 years ago.
Yeah,
You
we
had-
changed a bit.
You had a beard as well, Terry. You're very.
Oh, hang on.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I had a
Oh, there it
beard.
is. That's it. I'm not even going to ask.
No, hang on. Yeah,
You can have.
I've moved my camera. I've got to move my camera back.
Captain Ray, you mean you can have 3 Brits there at the same
Anyone
time?
else
There's one more than you had last year.
What?
Elton Terry.
Yeah.
Terry looks a lot younger now. Nice one, buddy.
Yeah, not sure
Yeah.
I like watching now.
Yeah. Right.
Oh,
Okay.
dear. So, Gary, where's the furthest place you've ever droned? Like the furthest away? from
Furthest
the
I've ever droned is probably Florida, or Newfoundland. But I can't prove that I was in Newfoundland. So
Florida it is then.
yeah, what I did though is I had my Osmo Pocket with me, my Pocket 2, when I was in Newfoundland, and I ended up using all of that as my vacation footage and put that on the channel. So
So Gary, what we should also mention is that Newfoundland, it's such a dramatic coastline, right? I mean, people think of Newfie as like it's so far north, it's not going to be very cinematic or whatever. It's very dramatic.
it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
It really is. We went to Grossmorn National Park, which is just mountains and mountains everywhere, right? And went to a place we stayed in a place called Cow Head near Grossmorn, and trekked a mile over this mountain to get to the lighthouse on the other side. Looked great with the drone. I'll tell you, it was fabulous.
Yeah.
But you'll never see it.
There is some guy in Newfoundland right now that is just watching Gary's footage. He's got it up on his 50-inch TV. He just watches it over and over. Yeah.
Over and over again. Yeah.
Give it back to Gary.
I think that's where the guy I used to work with years ago, and he had a dog, Newfoundland.
Newfoundland dog.
It was massive. It wasn't a dog. It was a donkey with fur.
There is on my channel. You can look it up. It's a video called Sergeant Gander, not a Disney ending, and it's a story about a dog from Gander, Newfoundland, who joined the Royal Newfoundland Regiment and went to Hong Kong with the troops.
Wow.
And was killed by a hand grenade.
Oh,
That was a great video and a great
Saved 11 soldiers. They threw a hand grenade into the group of soldiers. Sergeant Gander picked it up and ran back towards the Chinese, and that was the end of Sergeant Gander. But a heart-wrenching story, but needs to be told. Part of what I'm doing now, drone-wise, is recording history as it happens. I did a 24-part video of the construction of a Costco locally.
Oh, I saw those. Yes.
yeah.
And I'm also doing an apartment building and a school recreation center locally, and just sort of preserving these for local history.
Yeah, I think we've actually got one of those lined up, so we'll be able to see that in a minute.
I got a question.
And I do charity events, especially for mental health and for people who are disabled. I just recently finished working with this gentleman up here who set the world record for walking on the tallest. He was 55
You sat on your mic. Can't hear you.
Yeah, we can't hear you anymore, Gary, for some
Really?
reason.
Oh,
Oh,
there
can
you
you
go.
now?
No, it's fine. No, you just sort of faded out there for a minute.
oh,
Gary.
it's back. It's back. But anyway,
Yeah.
he was on 55-foot 9-inch stilts in aid of Participation House.
Wow.
He was walking on stilts for people who can't walk at all.
Oh,
Wow.
So,
That's
I've got a question for you, Gary.
yes.
So your monthly household budget, how is it fared with a new Costco in the neighborhood?
Well, I don't have to drive as far to Costco, so it's done quite well.
Okay.
I got there's another question in the audience. Warren has ask you about the town that starts with the letter D.
Oh, okay. He's talking about dildo.
Really?
Dildo,
Warren, why'd you get me to ask that?
dildo is a town in Newfoundland, and we went there because I wanted to see the big sign. Like they have a sign like the Hollywood sign that Jimmy Kimmel from American TV put up. He donated it to the town, and actually did a whole series on the town of Dildo. And I have a shot glass from Dildo, and lots of dildo souvenirs. So.
You know, it's buy one for Christmas, isn't it?
If our American president ever visits Canada, that's the only town he should be allowed to go to.
Well, no, there's Placentia in Newfoundland and Conception Bay. And
Conception.
Now he should only be allowed in Dildo.
Image of Canada now, you know.
Yeah. Okay.
This has been an exciting conversation, but hey,
Canada's just full of conversation.
Let's go to the
Canada all day.
Let's go to Port Dover on
Steve is telling us to move on. He's telling us to move on.
We have a thing in Port Dover where all the little businesses have these little porcelain pigs, and they paint them all different colors. And my daughter had a friend who thought it was called Pork Dover.
Oh,
And his brother Ben.
Ben Dover, yes.
it's only one letter different. T or K. Okay.
We're not going to need Terry's joke. We're not going to need it
We're not going
today.
to need it now.
Let's watch the video, then we'll decide.
love that.
Thanks for sharing that. And here's a tip: if you want to get those birds in the shot like that,
Yeah.
you know, the birds flying by, take about 3 feet of thread, tie it to your drone, and put a French fry on the bottom.
There you go.
They'll go after the French fry, but they won't come near the drone.
Don't try this at home, kids. Well, the truth, there are towns in Pennsylvania called Climax and Intercourse.
Oh,
No,
there you go.
surely not.
I used to live on a street called
Market,
Climax
isn't it?
Avenue.
You're right.
Wow. But nobody could find it.
Yeah. It just took a little bit.
Right, so
Oh, dear.
so the moment you've all been waiting for, because I know everyone's been itching for this, haven't they, Terry?
Yeah. Oh, I've got a
And now it's time for Terry's Joke of the Week.
no accents for this one because I had wine with my dinner and my accents will get slurred. A Swede, an Irishman, and a Scotsman and their wives went golfing one day. As they approached the first tee, the Swede's wife stepped up to her shot. As she bent over to place her ball on the tee, a gust of wind lifted her skirt, revealing she wasn't wearing any underwear. Her husband looked. "My good God, woman," he says, "why aren't you wearing any skivvies?" She shrugged and replied, "You don't give me enough housekeeping money to afford any." Embarrassed, Ole reached into his pocket and said, "For the sake of decency, here's a 50. Go and buy yourself some underwear." Next, the Irishman's wife approached the tee. As she bent over, another gust of wind lifted her skirt, showing that she, too, was without underwear. Her husband, Patrick. "Patrick!" Her husband, Patrick, gasped. Hang on, I'll get there. Her husband, Patrick, gasped. "Saints preserve us, woman," he says. "You've no knickers on. Why not?" "Well, you don't give me enough money to buy such luxuries." And Patrick shook his head, pulled out his wallet, and handed her a 20. He said, "For the sake of decency, go buy yourself some underwear." Finally, Scotsman's wife, Aggie, stepped up. As she bent over to place her ball, the wind took her skirt up right over her head, once again revealing she was going commando. Her husband, Duncan, threw up his hands and groaned. "For Jake's sake, Aggie, where the hell are your drawers?" She replied, "You didn't give me enough money to afford any." Duncan sighed, reached into his pocket and handed her a comb. "Well, for the love of decency," he said, "tidy yourself up a bit."
Terry's Joke of the Week.
Those snacks are cheap. They are cheap. Yeah.
Gee,
Oh, dear.
I'm sure Dave liked that one, didn't you, Dave?
you like it, Dave? Yeah, well, he's Scots, yeah.
Oh,
I have a friend from Scotland. He emigrated here because he found a Canadian penny.
You know, all of my relatives, patriarchs, they all left Scotland and moved to Nova Scotia, of all places. So that's where my roots are. Yeah.
Yeah. Nova Scotia is Latin for New Scotland.
Yes.
Ah,
So you've got
yeah,
Spanish
yes.
relatives
Makes
there,
sense,
Marcus.
My mother's side is
You Gary then, because I was looking at your name.
Crawford. Yeah.
Okay.
What?
I nearly called you Gary because I was looking at your name and saying you're Spanish as well, Gary, Marcus, Gary. Gary.
I gotcha.
There you go.
That's my southern brother. Southern brother.
Southern brother. Right.
Yeah.
Okay, right. We're going to Ayr in Ontario. Here we go.
Ontario. I like that.
Do you grow your own mud in Brant County?
Grow your own what?
Mud.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. There's mud here. That's
Plenty of
for
mud.
sure.
They
Yeah,
built that tree, didn't
Now
they?
that was two examples of extreme laziness. Okay. First one in Ayr, I had to make the trip to Ayr because my wife was having dental work. So I shot that while she was at the dentist. Right?
Okay.
The second one, the greenhouse, I can see it from here.
Brilliant. Another one from your deck.
Some of it was shot from the yard, but most of it I made my presence known
That-
at the greenhouse. Now I've worked with that family, and we are about to start filming a documentary for the family of 4 generations,
Wow.
interviewing 4 generations that are involved in that business. They grow flowers,
Hmm.
so
It's quite interesting actually doing that. It's just sort of give me some ideas when they construct something next. The drone will be out, but it'll take about 3 minutes to do it.
I'll do it from the beginning
Yeah.
to the end.
yeah. Now that one took 2 years to do the whole video.
2 years, really?
Yeah, it started in 21 and ended in 23.
Wow.
You know,
Well, our last video is something that's well, hopefully we'll be repeating in about 5 weeks' time, I'm guessing. So, you obviously got
oh, peanuts. Yeah, we grow peanuts.
I just wanted to show you my peanut.
yeah. Sorry, like that one.
Sometimes you feel like a nut. Sometimes.
Okay, so the last video tonight, as I said, is something we'll be doing hopefully in about 5 weeks' time. So enjoy. Oh yeah.
No wonder I couldn't see us, Steve.
No, that was
That was the year
2023.
before.
wasn't it?
Yeah, that was the year
Yeah.
before.
Yeah. I did watch that video. I thought, we're not here. We're not there. I thought, no, we weren't there.
Gary, when all those drones were in the sky and you were all lining up, so we could see one in front of you. How many drones were actually up?
I think the record is what, 29?
Something like that last year. Yeah. It was
Yeah.
huge.
Yeah. Now that one, this is the Sunday meetup, which is
Yeah.
smaller.
Yeah.
A smaller group. So there was probably 15, maybe something like that.
Still
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
But
Well,
you know,
we
it's
were down
still
the other end of
congested airspace.
last year,
right?
weren't we?
Yeah, I think last year we were right at the very end of that
Right at the
car
very
park
end.
because I was sort of flying over to where I was going.
You know what that reminded me of, though, Gary? We never see Max anymore. They was flying the airplanes.
Yeah. We
He's
don't
kinda
see Max.
disappeared.
Max and Tammy have just
Yeah,
disappeared.
Max and Tammy. I don't know what happened to him. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, they were a big part of the drone community, and
they sure were.
and I don't
Hopefully still are. Yeah, but I don't know.
yeah, we haven't seen her show in 6
Long
months,
time.
probably.
Long time.
You know, she's been off longer than I have.
But Max was what was really cool about that was Max would fly his fixed wing aircraft and people would chase him with a drone, and he was a tremendous pilot. He did some amazing aerobatics.
Yeah.
And was it that year, Gary, or maybe the year before? He had a great big one that was the wingspan was bigger than Bob Dempsey. It was big. Yeah, it was big. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So it was bigger than a Mavic 4.
Bigger than he actually had to he had to tow a trailer to bring it. He had to tow a trailer to bring it that year.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. Well, Gary, thanks ever so much for joining us because our hour's gone already. I don't know where it goes. It flies past every time. And of course, we'll be back next week, normal time, 8 till 9-ish. And hope you can join us.
I'll
And
be watching.
whatever you're doing, you have a great week. Check Gary's channel out. Brent Aerials, not Gary.
Not Gary, Brad.
We hit 30 likes, and please on your way out, if you haven't already, hit the like button.
Yes, please.
And if you have, open up your burner accounts and hit the like button again.
Indeed. Okay. Right. Well, I'll see you all again next week, and we'll be here as always. And until then, have a good week.
Thanks so much, everybody.
And,
Hasta luego.
and as I say, peace.